Okay, hey, what's going on, guys? Check out what I just got in the mail. Amazing Adult Fantasy number 14. Super cool book, man. Maybe not quite as cool as the issue that came after it, but still Stan Lee and Steve Ditko working together. This is awesome stuff. Hey, you guys want to read it? Let's read it. Hold on, let me go get Bubba. Check it out, Bubba. This is Amazing Adult Fantasy number 14. This is the magazine that respects your intelligence. So this has a whole bunch of smart stuff that was written for adults when it came out, but that doesn't mean that we can't enjoy it when we're wee little guys, right? All right, so let's go ahead and read this copy here. As I open it up, Bubba, what's the rule?
No touching Padres comics.
No touching Padres comics, that's right. You know why we have that rule?
Because they're very, very breakable and they cost you a lot of money.
Yes, they cost me so much money we don't want to talk to Mama about how much they cost. Okay? Okay. Let's go ahead and get into it here. I'm going to even keep the board behind it as we read it. All right. Beware the Giants. That's the one we're going to read, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's the one we're going to read. Let's turn and look at it. Beware the Giants. Do monstrous giants really walk the earth? One man said they do, and strangely enough, he was right. Stan Lee and Steve Ditko, Bubba. You know, apparently Stan Lee and Steve Ditko did the comic that came out after this. It was rather special. Wish I had that one. Okay. Our scene. Somewhere in Europe. Our theme. Amazing fantasy. Here comes Mr. Jan. Hooray! Hooray, let's go meet him. Mr. Jan, will you tell us another story today? Please? Of course, children. I love nothing better than telling you stories. What shall my story be today? The Giants. Yeah, tell us of the Giants. Yeah, they're our favorite tales. Oh, we love the stories about the Giants. Tell us another one, Mr. Jan. Ha ha, the Giants, of course. Perhaps you prefer those tales because they are true. True? Yes, actually, children. For I have actually seen the giants I speak of. It happened many, many years ago when I was no older than you. I have lost my way in the vast forest. I wandered through the dense, undergrown bush, growing more confused with each step. How shall I ever find my way home? And as night fell, I sat at the foot of a gnarled old tree and shut my eyes. I'm tired. I'm so tired. I remembered nothing more until the dawn, and when I was awakened by the sound of a deafening thump, like a gigantic footstep. Oh, no, it cannot be! A foot! A monstrous foot! It almost stepped on me! 'Tis a giant! He is so huge that he does not even notice me. But I must flee before a chance footstep snuffs out my very life. Oh, he has seen me! Perhaps I can hide between these rocks. There is no safety here. He will soon dig me out. An opening. If only he does not notice. He is still groping among the rocks. I am safe. Oh no. There are more of them. From where do they come? What can they be? This is very fascinating. My young friends. Fortune smiled upon me that day. I managed to find my way back home to safety. Gosh, Mr. Jan, you actually saw the giants? Then they really do exist. Oh, yes, they exist. So remember, whenever you stray too far away from home, beware. Beware of the giants. It seems that the children never weary of Jan's silly fairy tales. He is indeed a strange man. All his life he has sworn that he really saw those giants. Well, at any rate, his foolish prattle amused the children. Yes, poor old Jan, living alone in his little dream world. And Jan thinks to himself, they laugh at me. All the grown-ups think me mad. But then he says, but I know that I speak the truth. I know that the giants do exist. For in truth, my own 2 eyes have beheld them. And though there is no name for them in our own leprechaun language, I have heard the giants themselves call each other humans.
That is so weird and cool.
I know! So look at the picture, Bubba. What's going on? Were they giants?
No.
So these guys were all leprechauns. They were itty bitty tiny little people. See, look, here's the house, and it's all amongst these mushrooms that are growing on the ground. So those weren't really giants. Those were just normal sized people. But to the leprechaun, I guess they were giant. How about that, huh? Let's read one more of these. Do you want to do The Man in the Sky, written by Stan Lee? Or do you want to do What Happened in the Wax Museum?
What happened at the Wax Museum?
That's an excellent choice, Bubba. Let's go ahead and read that one, and then we're going to call it, okay? What happened in the Wax Museum? It seemed like the perfect crime. But, as everyone knows, nothing is ever perfect. Midnight, a thick fog, and in a lonely European village. We now have all the ingredients for fantasy, so let us put them together and see the results. Slowly, an unmarked truck backs up to the Wagner's Wonderful Wax Museum, and a silent, slinking figure approaches the building, which houses the most lifelike wax figures in the world. He thinks to himself, this will be the easiest robbery I've ever committed, for no one would bother to guard a building containing naught but wax figures. Yes, who would ever dream that I shall steal these figures and start my own wax museum in a different land? Ha, the door is unlocked, and the room empty as I expected. Yo, what brings you here? A man, but I thought you thought this building was unguarded. But you were wrong, I am the watchman. Well then, that's your bad luck. He pulls out a gun. A gun? Do not be a fool. The police will hear a shot. You cannot escape. I will have to take that chance. I cannot leave you here to identify me. With you out of the way, I may still have enough time to escape with some of the more valuable wax figures. Look at the gun, Bubba. Did he shoot it? Looks like he did. But stepping back as he fires, the merciless intruder strikes his head on a column behind him and ow! Hey, I heard a shot. Quickly, it came from the wax museum. Look! Yeah, he has a gun. He must have intended to steal the wax figures. But why the shooting? Where am I? Who am I? The bump on his head seems to have made him lose his memory. Yeah, I wonder what he was shooting at. Well, one thing is certain. He couldn't have been firing at a wax dummy. Herr Wagner, founder of the Wax Museum. Or could he? What happened, Bubba? Let's look. See here? This was the guy who said he was the watchman. But that's him. He was a wax statue that came to life. Wow. Is that not an amazing fantasy?
It is.
Absolutely it is. All right, Bubs. We'll save the other stories for another time, okay? Pretty cool comic, though, huh? All right. Give me 5 and wave bye to these people.